My friend dropped me as a bridesmaid after I cut my hair and refused to reimburse all that I paid for her extravagant wedding, so I gave her a honeymoon to court. My best friend is getting married this June, and I am one of the bridesmaids. Her bridesmaid trip is set for the end of May in Chicago. We will be driving there for over 4 days. However, I don't want to attend the trip anymore. We booked the Airbnb, which was $176 per person, and I paid my portion. Her demands from us for a wedding have gotten out of hand. Her wedding is over 3 days, and we have 3 different bridesmaids' dresses, which have cost me $700, and it cost $200 to get them altered. Makeup for the weekend is $225 per person, and I haven't even gotten my shoes or jewelry. Not to mention, she is requiring us to have certain hairstyles, which would require hair extensions, which would cost me at least $200. Financially, this is becoming too much for me. I know I agreed to be her bridesmaid, and I will fulfill my duties during the wedding. However, going to Chicago and spending all that money is something I am no longer willing or able to do. I won't be asking back my portion of the Airbnb because that was the contribution I made willingly. I have yet to tell her I won't go to Chicago. Unfortunately, starting in March, my hair started to deteriorate. Due to health reasons, my hair was falling out in chunks, and in May, I made the difficult decision to cut my hair. I told the bride about my decision 2 weeks before the wedding, and she said nothing bad. The following week, she came over to my house, and when she was about to leave, she mentioned that she was concerned about my haircut, and I told her it would look good, even though I wouldn't be uniform with the other bridesmaids. The following day, I received this message. After our recent conversations, I'd like to remind you of my boundaries. I've been very accommodating and graceful, but I can't allow you to disrespect me. As you know, my wedding has been something I've dreamt of for many years, husband, and I have invested a lot of money into the video and photos of this day, and as we reflect on this day in the future, we want to see our vision reflected in the memories. Since I asked each of you to be bridesmaids in 2019, I've been very clearly and very communicative in my request. The timing of your decision to cut your hair and not income in advance is very upsetting to me. I would have felt respected if you had communicated with me more than a week before the wedding, so we could have worked together to find a collaborative solution. Your inconsistencies have concerned me, and while I sympathize with your health concerns, I'm not willing to compromise my vision to accommodate you or anyone else when you have informed me in advance, and we could have found a better solution. Since this is something you can no longer fully commit to, I need you to please step down from participating in my wedding. This was 3 days before the wedding. I immediately sent her and her husband an invoice asking them to reimburse me for the dresses and shoes. Keep in mind that one of the dresses is still in her possession even though I paid for it. Neither of them replied, and so I decided to take it to court. I was told I was inconsistent and selfish after I spent the past 2 weeks helping her plan the wedding shower. I worked with another bridesmaid to surprise her with a bridal shower after our bachelorette trip had to be canceled. I spent hours helping her out with wedding details. When she asked me to help her tone up before the wedding, I sent her a personalized workout program and even went with her to the gym to show her the ropes. When I agreed to be her bridesmaid, I was more than willing to oblige with what she asked, even if at times it was a lot of time and money. So am I the asshole for taking her to court because she kicked me out for cutting my hair? Update 2. 1 year later. This has been a long time coming. I got the notification that a court date had been set for February 7th, 2022. It would be virtual, and since it's small claims, we would represent ourselves. I began gathering my evidence and created a virtual file, which I shared with the court and her 7 days before the hearing. On the day she did show up, we were given the chance to settle, but that was unsuccessful. When we returned to the hearing, I found out she also had made a virtual file with her evidence, but never shared it with me. The court then made her share it, and I was surprised. She had copied my entire format for presenting evidence. Keep in mind that this is a format I created. She didn't even have the decency or brain cells to make something up herself. The hearing proceeded, and we were both allowed to share our side. I won't go into the details, but it probably took 10-15 minutes. In my state, they do not give you the verdict right away, which can take up to 90 days. And so, I waited, and waited, and waited, and waited. Then yesterday, May 5th, almost 90 days after, I got a verdict. I won. She has been ordered to pay me a total of $808.94 for the dresses and shoes. I have to return 2 dresses and shoes I have to her. The verdict goes into effect May 30th. I don't see her appealing it. Overall, I am very happy with the outcome and ready to close this chapter. P.S. My hair and health are much better. My 3 bald spots are growing again and I couldn't be happier.